Hello everyone. It's been quite the minute since I've done a wind down.
Baby, 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 from the day I saw you, I really, really want to catch your eye.
So welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a wind down, so grab your alcoholic beverage. Today I don't have wine. Today I have eggnog, which I'm completely and utterly obsessed with from trying it 4 days ago. So I will be drinking eggnog this entire time. But grab whatever you want, get comfortable, and let's chat. So today's topic of wind down is knowing yourself as a friend and how to use that to maintain healthy friendships and relationships with your loved ones, your liked ones, and the people that you are just now starting to meet and you know you want to form a relationship with them. Knowing yourself as a friend. And before I get into the topic, I just want to say, this is my hot take, this is my point of view, this is my perspective. So take it how you want it, have your own opinion, be objectable of my opinion if you feel like it, but this is just my experience. So, you know, take it how you want it. So one of the first things that I have in my notes is, are you an introvert or are you an extrovert? And that conversation happens all the time. Extroverted people will say they're introverted. Sometimes introverted people will say they're extroverted. Like, do we really know the definition? Let's look it up. Let's look up the definition, because I feel like sometimes we just have a general idea and it doesn't exactly fit the person. So an introvert is a shy and reserved person. An introvert is not someone who only likes to stay in the house. That does not make you an introvert. An introvert is a shy and reserved person. So that person, it's going to be hard for them to open up. It might be hard for them to even introduce themselves to you. That's what an introvert is. So, and reserved, very to themselves, may not show their complete full personality to you until you get to a certain point of your relationship or friendship or whatever. Just a very reserved person. They may never have this, like, what's the word I want to use, like abundant or like extra personality that they just showcase to everyone all of the time. Like, you know that they're always there. Just kind of the main character type of person. They're just not that, and they're cool with that. So that is an introvert. Extrovert. Let's look it up. And an extrovert is an outgoing, overtly expressive person. And that person is like that from the moment you meet them until however long. Like, that's just who they are. They're probably never gonna get, like, being shy to them is completely foreign. Like, they're just not shy. So that is the difference between an introvert and an extrovert. Do not start calling yourself an introvert just because you like being in your house, because you can very well, like me, have an extremely overt personality, extremely outgoing, but baby, like, when it comes down to it, I'm gonna be in the crib. So do not go around saying you're an introvert if you're really not. Just learn the definition and know where it fits. That's not even my hot take. That is from Webster's dictionary. So argue with Webster if you don't believe in their definition or you don't agree with their definition. Knowing if you're an introvert or an extrovert is going to help you navigate that friendship tremendously. If you know you're a shy person, you're able to express yourself, maybe list like boundaries you have with people and so forth and so on. If you're an extrovert person, you can let them know, like, this is just how I am, and if you don't like it, then we just don't have to be friends. Like, that is the type of knowing yourself. That's the type of way you can, like, help either, like, cancel out some friendships or, you know, further friendships. That is a really good way to do that. So that's a good way to know what type of person you are, not even what type of friend, but just what type of person you are. So in the beginning, I did disclose that this is my, like, who I am as a friend. So I'm going to get more into me. I don't really want to just like start giving examples of stuff. I really want to like talk about my experience as a friend and what type of friend I am. So for me, these are the words that I would describe myself as a friend: low maintenance, and I'll get more into depth with what I mean by low maintenance. Extrovert, honest and opinionated, very much honest and opinionated. Sometimes it's unsolicited, so yeah. And yeah, I mean, those are the words that I would describe myself as a friend. I am outgoing and whatever, but that all falls under being an extrovert. So I'm definitely not an introvert, not very much of a shy person. Sometimes I don't have anything to say, but that doesn't make me shy. I just don't have anything to say. But when I do, like I said, I'm honest and opinionated, and sometimes it's unsolicited if I am at the point of a relationship or friendship where I feel comfortable enough to give unsolicited advice. So that is the type of friend I am. And you know, obviously it's levels to it. Like I said, like this could be a relationship, this could be a friendship, or this could be you just trying to get to know somebody. And getting to know somebody requires you knowing yourself. Start with you always. That's the best way to do it, the healthiest way to do it, and in my opinion, the only way to do it. So I'll go back to whenever I was like, I'm low maintenance. I'm a high maintenance person, but I'm low maintenance when it comes to relationships, because I know for me, I only have so much energy to give somebody. I haven't took one sip of this eggnog, so give me a second, because yeah, I'm supposed to get tipsy. I'm not supposed to be sober. Boy, this is so good. I'm a low maintenance friend because I'm just not the friend that you're gonna be able to call every single day. In some friendships that works, but you know, I'm not gonna get, like I said, not gonna get into the area of what works for other people. I'm just not the friend you can call every day and like hang on the phone. My work schedule doesn't work that way. My current study schedule definitely doesn't work that way. And then I like to have energy to myself because, I mean, I hate to say it, but I come first. Like, if I can't take care of me, I'm gonna be a terrible friend to anyone else. So I have to like make sure I have enough energy for me. Energy, oh damn, my light, fuck. I'm back. So I believe I was talking about me being a low maintenance friend and what that looked like. You know, I always want to discuss these topics while drinking alcohol, and I don't even know if that's always the best decision, but here I am. Anyways, most of the time I'm not going to be the spontaneous friend. I have a schedule, and my schedule requires me to also schedule other things, i.e. putting things on my calendar. Like, I at least need 2 to 3 days in advance to schedule this stuff out, to move things around if I have to, or to tell you no, that I won't be able to commit. And I do say no. It's either I don't want to do it or I don't have time to do it. And honestly, it doesn't matter why I say no, but 9 times out of 10, that's exactly what's happening here. And I also want to add that, you know, now that I'm out of college and have entered into adulthood or whatever, like just early 20s in general, friendships look so much different than they did in college. In college, hit me up the day of for something, 9 times out of 10 I can say yes. 9 times out of 10 I want to say yes. Like, that was fine in college, but now things have changed drastically, like so much. You can't just expect people to like be the same type of, I'm not gonna say the same type of friend, because we're the same type of people. Like, we're the same person to the core, but some of our values may have evolved or changed since graduation. and life just looks so much different for us now. So you do have to take that into consideration whenever, you know, you might feel some type of way about your friend acting this way or acting that way. You have to take into the consideration that we are all now forging our own individual paths into our lives. Like, we are not seeing each other every day. We're not going to classes every day. We don't have this like free for all schedule. So things are a lot different. That's just something that I think everyone in their early 20s, like getting out of college or just like, you know, moving away to different states, you know, all have to take that into consideration. Like, when I say like I'm not the friend that you can call every day, like in college I probably was the friend that you could call every day. Now, absolutely not. Like, I might even see your call and be like, baby, I can't talk right now, you know. Like, I may have the time, but like now that's cutting into my personal time, so it's different. And if you don't like to have a low maintenance friendship, like if you like high maintenance, like always with that friend, always doing stuff with that friend, and if that works for you and your friend, cool. But for me, no. No. It's not gonna happen. It's all love though. It's all love, like always, but it's just not gonna happen, babes. Second thing on my list I want to talk about that I said was like how I'm honest and like opinionated, and sometimes it's unsolicited. So I mean, for me, I've had to learn that I cannot always be honest and opinionated with certain friends. That's fine. That might be fine with my best friend because she knows me to the extent where like she knows my motive of what I'm saying, like she knows where it's coming from. But if you are building friendships and you have the mentality of I say what I say and that's just it, like I don't care who feelings I hurt, honey, that is so unhealthy. Like, I don't even want to get into it. I had a conversation with someone who literally said like I say what I say, like I don't care. Like, but you gotta really consider, like, if you are saying this statement or opinion and you think it's honest, like, or your truth, your honesty, your truth, you know, and you're not thinking about how that affects someone, then you don't relate to me, because I don't say things that I believe are going to harm someone. If I say something that is of my honest truth and is my opinion, and even if it's unsolicited or not, my motives are never to make my friend like be like, bitch, what the fuck? Or my motives are never to like hurt my friend or harm my friend in any way. It's I want to see you do better, and in my opinion, this is how you can do better. But I've definitely come across some people that are just, this is my opinion, I don't care if it hurts you. I don't even have a motive for saying it. I just feel like saying it because I feel like I can. And those are the people that I wouldn't even be friends with nobody like that. Like, honestly, like, I know some people are like, well, I just can't hold my tongue. Well, baby, if you can't hold your tongue, just go somewhere else. Like, walk out the door, do something else. Like, do not come around me if you feel like you can't hold your tongue. Like, I'm not saying I can't hold my tongue. I'm just saying that when it comes to like, if my friend is asking me for advice, I may not tell you exactly what you want to hear. Most of the time, I'm very intentional about what I do say to my friends. Like, sometimes I take a few moments to give a response before I just jump into a response, and it's not, you know, coming across the way that I thought it should have, or, you know, whatever. It's okay to not always give a response to a friend sometimes. Sometimes me being honest or opinionated looks like silence. Especially if I'm not on a best friend level with you yet. If I do feel like we aren't at the level where you know me enough to understand where I come from all the time, then I probably won't give you my honest opinion or advice. I'm gonna be silent. That's gonna be the effect of just me being silent. It's not the time for me to be my full, complete self, and that's okay. That's completely okay. Like, me and my best friend was just talking, like, you know, it got to a point, we never started just saying, oh, you're my best friend, and that's how we started a best friendship. We got to a point in our friendship where we both realized like we're really close, or really like compatible, like friends. Like we really are that for each other. And so that's what made us both realize, like, you know, we're best friends. Like, girl, you get me like nobody, you know, none of my other friends really get me, or we can talk about things that we can't really talk about to our other friends. So that's where that comes from. That's definitely knowing yourself as a friend and a person, because you don't just start throwing titles on stuff that don't need no title. That goes into relationships too. People start throwing titles on stuff, baby. I don't want to get into a boyfriend girlfriend stuff, but I'm just saying, like, knowing yourself as a friend will help you understand like the levels of friendship that you have with people, and how you can operate with them, and how y'all can eventually grow into something like stronger or deeper. Like if you give 100% of yourself to somebody that's only giving you 50% of themselves, maybe. Like, I mean, do the math. Literally, do the math. Like, it's obviously not going to be reciprocated energy, so it's going to be an awkward situation between you two, and it might end in a failure, honestly. Because, I mean, just even thinking about it, I'm like, okay, thinking about 100% and 50%, you know, trying to like both maintain something, it's just uneven. Like logically you can't make that work unless y'all have like a conversation about it, possibly, and work through it. But like if y'all are just, you know, pulling the road back and forth, and that 100% person just gonna take you down because you only operating 50%, you can't force people to give more than what they can or more than what they want to. I don't even know where I'm going with this at this point, because the eggnog is kind of getting to me. So I'm gonna go on. So I just talked about low maintenance, honest, opinionated for me. What else? Oh, extroverted. So yeah. Literally, I was at the liquor store the other day getting this eggnog, and the guy was like, oh, because he saw me buy this huge bottle of eggnog, and he was like, oh, like, you outside tonight? Like, I was like, no, I'm inside. And he was like, oh, you're an introvert? I was like, no. I was like, I'm just inside tonight. And that's me knowing the definition of introvert and extrovert. I'm a very outgoing person. Sometimes to an introvert friend or just an introvert person, it can be a lot of energy. Like, just because I am able to exert that immense amount of energy doesn't mean that it can be received by somebody that doesn't exert it. And it doesn't mean that it could be received by another extrovert person. Sometimes, like, if you have all this energy to give out, like, that's a lot of energy. I know I'm a lot. Like, sometimes I have friends that, like, I'll get on the phone, start telling a story or start talking, like, and they just sit and listen because they know that, like, I'm just, like, so enthusiastic about something, or I'm just, like, I just need to, like, release that energy a lot of the time, because I don't have, like, certain conversations with certain friends. Like, you know, like my best friend, like, sometimes I get on the phone with her and she's like the only person I would tell certain stuff to, so I have so much energy to give her. And thankfully, I mean, she's able to receive it and also give, like, feedback and responses. But you can't always expect that out of someone, especially a new friendship. You cannot always expect that. So it's good to be mindful to know yourself, because just because I'm an extrovert person doesn't mean I don't have self-control or boundaries. Like, I definitely have self-control with my energy. And able for me to, like, be myself all the time, I have to get rest. Like, I have to be rested up so that I can, whenever it's time for me to go out and, like, have fun, that I'm myself. Like, and I think, ooh, shoot, am I making, like, connections in my head? Like, I think that's where depression can come from, is whenever you don't have the energy to be your full, complete self, introvert, extrovert, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you just don't have the energy to be yourself, that leads you into sadness, and you may not even realize it, because that's just a connection I just made in my head. So like I said, reminder, this is a hot take. This is a very hot take, so don't just think that I'm spitting out facts all the time. The only facts that I spit out was the introvert and extrovert definition, and then my own like perspective. Those are my facts. That's how I am. Those are facts about me. Those aren't universal general truths. Please do not come for me. Okay, let me take another sip and get my thoughts together. Let's summarize today's wind down, today's lessons, what we learned. Today we learned that number one, know yourself as a person / friend to help you navigate friendships, to help you navigate the level of friendships, and to help you maintain those friendships. Main takeaway. Bullet point. A part of knowing yourself as a person / friend, give yourself some adjectives. Introvert, extrovert, honest, opinionated, whatever. Give yourself some words to help you describe, how you are and how you operate. So you know that. Give yourself some words to relate to that'll help you. All right, number 3. Friendships will evolve, will change as time just progresses. Like I was saying, in college, I was a different type of friend in certain values and the way that I moved. I was the same person. Maybe I've changed a little bit as a person too, but I was a different type of friend because maybe I could give more energy whenever I was in college. Maybe I could give more time whenever I was in college. But now, as time has evolved and changed, as my life has changed and my day-to-day activities have changed, I have had to change within my friendships. You have to be aware of that. If you're not aware of that, you might lose out on some friendships just because you aren't understanding of evolution and how people have to evolve and change, and people starting new beginnings or whatever. You have to give people some grace. You have to give people some grace when it comes to that. If you don't, you might miss out on some real blessings. And this don't have nothing to do with people, but if you don't give anything grace, you will miss out on blessings. Number 4. Do I really need a number 4? I don't think I need a number 4. Or was it number 2? Oh yeah, the eggnog done got to me, y'all, but the eggnog got to me. Okay, you got to me, girl. But yeah, I might as well just close this out because I can't even remember if that was point number 3 or 4, or if it was a bullet point. I can't remember because of this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out. But if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed me talking, and if you enjoy my point of view, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more of this type of content from me. Just here to do something I love, and that's making content and sharing it with you all. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Well, actually, I won't see you for real, but I'll know you're there. So I love you. Okay, bye.
Baby, 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 from the day I saw you.